Welcome, everyone, to Pasadena, California and the Rose Bowl in the shadow of the San Gabriel Mountains. Arroyo Seco, also home to the UCLA Bruins, and it just doesn't get much better than this. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on a team from the Big 10, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Arizona will kick off to get things underway. Coming out with it, it's Flores. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Making side adjustments here. Try to get it to the edge. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Bruins have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Firing to the right, complete. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Surging forward on the sneak. And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage, and they stuff him on 3rd and inches. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about...
Oh, he's got some space. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Bruins look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. A shot toward the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, UCLA!
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Give to the tailback. At the 35, he's got room. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Great job of contained by this defense. defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly...
What a job to lay out and make the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the ground, it's Berger. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Give to the running back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right.
Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Unloads it left. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Quarterback just flat missed it, incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain. Gonna have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. And the Wildcats with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive and trying to take a shot deep down the field, but just not on the same page with his wide receiver as the pass falls incomplete.
Find some fresh air. Turning it on. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Wildcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Touchdown, Wildcats! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. If you're able to move the ball on a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Thomas. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few. Still some work to do for the 1st down.
Listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it, but get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a whole.
He's loose down the left side. Past the 30. He's at the touchdown through it. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. South Alabama is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by 10 to Tulane. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Dropping back, it's Fafita. And the misconnection on third down.
Well, it's third and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on fourth down.
Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback moving. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a third and long. Throws for the tight end. Got it! They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down.
Touchdown, Arizona! Great job by the back on the option.
And the ground game comes through for this offense just in the nick of time. It's clock ticking down in the first half. They punch it in and a chance to tie this football game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Matthews. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To the air. It's Iamaleava. Going over the top. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires on the move. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Bruins will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my run. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. He's at the touchdown, UCLA. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. From the gun. Give on the inside. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Speeding down the left side. Past the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arizona.
And that is going to leave the head coach scratching his head. The final play of the first half, your opponent runs the ball, and you can't tackle him and get him down with all those bodies back playing prevent. That is a terrible job of defense. And to add insult to injury, you've now given up the lead.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bruins will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's...
There he goes! He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on first down. To give on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Looking to buy time. Going right and going deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Arizona runs out the punt team. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. With the catch, it's Connors. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. Picked off. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wants to throw. It's Fafita. Gets it out quickly. Open space at the 25. Quick step and go. Touchdown, Arizona. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And when you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. San Diego State showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong, but the victories outside the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. On the direct snap, it's Thomas. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Got a man. It's Thomas. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Bruins. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, if he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Picks up the first down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Wildcats are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. And they do it.
Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Grabbed over the middle, it's Burnett. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Thomas. Look out, he's got room. Wide open spaces. They bring him down, and that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there. And
a shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Dances away. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Fires it down the seam. It's complete! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UCLA! Extra point here will tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Back the offense coming out to bear down. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Breaks the tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Fafita. Buys a little extra time. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Sent it downfield. He's got it. Touchdown, Bruins. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Creates a little room. Past the first down marker and still running. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. He's moving out of the pocket. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Hunter. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Didn't get much. Picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. Looking to convert, Arizona comes to the line. Under fire. Looking to the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
That's caught. It's Cox. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the snap, it's Thomas. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back, fighting off the defender. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. 1 more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this one. They'll go right back to the run. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Thomas. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Thomas. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On the direct snap, it's Thomas. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, UCLA! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He's taking the deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. To the air, it's Fafita. Throws to the back. That pass is incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Pressure coming. Makes the grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Back to pass on 2nd down. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. Lining up for the onside kick, just a few seconds to play, and they will need a miracle. The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground, and most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the 1st down marker. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.